Good evening. A story appeared on the sports page of Friday's Gleaner that Phoenix Academy has turned down invitations from the JFF for Leon Bailey and Kyle Butler to be a part of the Reggae Boys squad for the friendly international against Antigua and Barbuda at Sabina Park on March 25. It's well known and is supposed to be well known that when a national association or federation is inviting a footballer for national duties, the initial invitation and subsequent correspondence are usually done between the national association or federation and the club of that player. So in this case, it is the JFF that would write to Bayer Leverkusen in Germany regarding the invitation for Leon Bailey and St. Andrews FC in Malta for the invitation to Kyle Butler. If things follow the normal channels, then it is Bayer Leverkusen and St. Andrews FC that we would expect to reply to the JFF, indicating the player's acceptance or non-acceptance of the invitations, and in the case of a non-acceptance, offer a reason or explanation. However, according to the Gleaner article, the non-acceptance of the invitations was communicated to the JFF via an email from Phoenix Academy, where both players honed their skills before moving into the professional ranks of club football. According to the article, two of the reasons given for the players' unavailability was due to the fact that they had prior commitments with the Jamaica Tourist Board for an event in Germany the same weekend of the match against Antigua, and that both players were not yet ready to commit to any national team. So, are we to understand that Phoenix Academy's stance is being taken to further its demands on the JFF before these two players don the national colours? Or is it that Phoenix Academy, whose CEO and founder Craig Butler is the father and agent of the two players involved, has already held discussions with Bayer Leverkusen and St. Andrews FC to indicate the players' unavailability? If it is that the players are not yet ready to commit to any national team, why is it that their father and agent went into initial discussions with the JFF about the inclusion of these two players in the national team? Reggae Boys manager Roy Simpson, in the same Gleaner article, said he and the JFF were awaiting official communication from the clubs of Bailey and Butler. So, just like the JFF and the team manager Simpson, we are also awaiting official responses from Bayer Leverkusen and St. Andrews FC. If another hurdle is presented to the JFF, then I think the local governing body should simply move on and work with the players who are willing and ready to don the national colours, instead of making desperate pleas for one or two players who are not interested or who appear to be under some sort of influence not to make themselves available for national duties. I'm Spencer Darlington. Good evening.